It is kind of weird. Like, I was talking with somebody today who's kind of involved in an internet drama. I was talking to them, and I'm just like, God, it's just so, people are so fucking retarded. Like, it's not good for us. Like, all this drama consumption is really bad because, like, you look at our grandparents at 38 years old. You look at our grandparents, like, and I'm one of the younger ones. These people are in their fucking 40s and 50s and 60s and shit. You look at our grandparents at that age, and it's just, it's embarrassing how far we've fallen. And it is all because of the internet. And it's because the internet rewards your worst impulses as a human being. And look at how many lost souls you have. Like, if you're in a live stream chat and you're just like, I'm going to watch the downfall of this person, or I want to see if this person fucks up. Or like somebody does really well and you're like, I'm going to watch them to make sure I can catch them stumbling or doing this. It's like, you're not hurting that person, you're hurting yourself. Like, your own development as a human being is stunted. You're retarded now. Your growth has been retarded and you're less than. It's real. I mean, if you could, like, I have the ability to step out of this and have a life. A lot of you don't. If you don't, try to work on it really hard, because I know you want to be seen as like, I'm a guy on Twitter and YouTube. No real people look at you that way. They look at you and they go, what are you doing? And by the way, I'm sorry, Nova. I realized Nova gave me a bunch of advice on my case. And he's mad that he doesn't think I took the advice. So he wasn't necessarily shitting on me earlier. But Nova, here's the deal, buddy. You know I don't talk about it on the air. A lot of the things you've discussed, we are doing. A lot of the things you said to do, we are doing. Like, don't worry. But I feel like, and I don't blame you, because until you go through it, you don't really know how the process goes. But nobody's upset with how things are going right now. I'm very optimistic without saying too much. So I just, I see a lot of people getting excited. I think they saw a trial date and they went, oh my God, it's really all just a continuation of what was going on Wednesday. Really. No, steel toe wearer, I definitely am not the most sensitive. I have a lot of fun with you guys. It's an unhealthy obsession they have with me. And trust me, I do laugh about it, but it is an unhealthy obsession, and you should it's probably not good for you. I mean, I guess I don't give a shit. You can do what you want, but like, I disappoint you guys so much because you build up all these downfalls for me in your head, and then I don't do them because I don't take it as seriously as you do. And I hope for more for you. But again, I'm sorry. I know everyone wants the perp walk and, me in prison and everything else. Sorry to disappoint, guys. God damn, people are really obsessed. Do you want me to just real quick, if I address this real quick, are you guys going to be happy, or am I going to trigger you again? We did a thing this week. I think we're very close. Just need a little more time. But the next step after what we did is we have to set a date. So basically, it's a deadline to get something done. There was something we're aware of that they weren't aware of, and more time was needed to work that out. I feel very good about it. I'm sorry. Again, I'm upset that triggers you, that I feel good about this, but none of this is abnormal. I'm sorry. None of this is abnormal. Again, I know you guys want drama and you want all this other stuff. I just, it's all proceeding as these things proceed. Again, I'm sorry that upsets you. I'm sorry that you need more from me, but it's gone well so far, and I'm not going to jinx it by saying more than I've already said. And if you're going to seethe in my chat about it more, I guess we'll just all be entertained by you in your incapability to control yourself. I'm not going to stress eat this beef jerky, or as Balls Deep called it, aged candied bacon. You know what's weird about the candied bacon lie? Is that I told the truth about that. And people are like, you lied. April and I, the day before, were making candied bacon up in the kitchen in Spicer. People are like, you said it was at your house. I never said that. Never once. And I was up there. I was helping her out. And then she got mad at me because this is when she was taking a break from the show. And she goes, you told people we were making candied bacon. I made it. I was like, I'm sorry, but whenever like a couple are in a kitchen and stuff's getting made and you're kind of, tinkering around or whatever, I don't know. In my mind, you were doing that thing together. But then again, sometimes people are on drugs. Trisha says this is about Nick, that Jeremy from the Quartering is talking about some guy who defended Nick Rekieta and it's kind of ruined his career. I mean, I get it. I mean, I think the thing that's going to survive, that's going to outlast all of this is the fact that his kid, that he let his kid do cocaine somehow, some way. However it was done, his child tested positive for cocaine. That's going to be the thing that sticks with you the whole time.
But these comic book creators.
There's Melanie Mack, by the way, who's kind of been catching some shit. Life is too good and people need shit to bitch about. That's all this is. That's all the internet is in general. We live in the most amazing, it's like Louis C.K. said, we live in the most amazing time ever and nobody's happy. Let's go ahead and check this out. This is from Patricia.
It sucks. They ruined a good thing, and like there are people that I used to be close with in that community and they don't talk to me anymore now because they feel this lame allegiance to one of the bigger morons in that group, and it sucks because it's killed their career. And if they wouldn't have tied their boat to them, they would have been doing a lot more with their YouTube career than sitting on these weird.
Who do you think he's talking about? So you're sure? So Patricia says they're sure that Jeremy from the Quartering is talking about Nick, but who's the creator that you think they're talking about? Patricia with $1 says, it's about that Stargazer girl. Yeah, I guess I just don't know that community very well. I'm just a fucking talk show hack. I'm a radio guy. It's about that Stargazer girl who ruined her career by simping for Nick and his hatred for Eric July. That's another thing that I just don't get. I mean, I don't get the Eric July hatred. What the again, I don't follow this stuff close enough, but I don't understand why everybody hates that guy. He's this guy who writes comics. Am I missing something? Is there something he did that makes it that makes him like this bad guy? Because all I've noticed is he's a guy, he makes comics, he's very successful. I think that's a big part of it. I think he makes a lot of money. I think he does very well for himself, and a lot of people are angry about that. But otherwise, I met Riley when we did that show in Sartell. Riley was there, and I tried to talk to him about the Eric July thing, and everything he said, I was just like, I guess I still don't understand why it's an obsession. I understand having an opinion, being like, I don't really like that guy, not my cup of tea, but to fuck with them, and it just, Eric July this and that. I wish that the internet world wasn't so pro wrestling and dishonest, and they would just admit this guy's really successful and it really boosts me up and it gets me views. So I'm going to talk about him and I'm going to clip it and put it out there. I don't get the Eric July thing. I was watching Jesse PS the other day, or no, this morning. Oh shit. I was watching Jesse PS and he was shitting on Johnny again. He was like, Johnny, he was playing a clip of us and he was like, how is Aaron the only guy who gets it? That's what Jesse said. He goes, how is Aaron the only guy who gets how this internet shit works? And that's Steel Toe Wearer. That's what you need. You need to watch Jesse. We'll educate you, buddy. He goes, how is Aaron the only guy who gets it? And it's like, because none of this is real. I'm having fun. And I love that makes some people mad. And I play it up and I'm a dick. But Johnny tried to chime in. Johnny tried to make a point. And then Jesse just cuts him off at the knees and he goes, would somebody poke Johnny with a stick and just liven him up? God, he adds nothing. I'm like, would you not? Could you not? Could you not? Aces with $2. Says, Aaron, remember when you did the hot tub stream to cover for the polycule and all it did was blow it up? It's, it was a great move. It was, dynamite. I think it's being ranked in the history of the internet as one of the smartest PR moves of all time. When leaning in goes wrong,